He never had gotten in any trouble. He made a mistake and is very sorry. He attends church service.
No, I'm just confused. Like, everything I'm saying is valid. Like, I never did nothing wrong in this case right here.
Do you have more you want to say, Mr. Stanford? Stanford, case number 25 CR 43064. Present before the court is Mr. Stanford, right? Is that a yes?
Sir.
Represented by Mr. Aldridge. We have Mr. View from the prosecutor's office, Officer Williford from probation. We're here today for sentencing. Has everybody had the opportunity to review the PSI?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Any reason not to go forward with the matter of sentence today?
No, Your Honor.
None.
We have no restitution, 43 days of jail time credit, right?
Does that sound
Correct.
right? 43 days? Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and we also have a stipulation that, from the plea, that the defendant was not the primary offender.
Agreed.
Mr. View, on behalf of the state,
Your Honor, just for the record, we have, the prosecutor's office has sent notice to the victim regarding the sentencing for today's hearing. Mr. Hunter has never responded to any of our efforts to contact him or send any information to us in terms of a victim impact statement. In terms of the state's recommendation for the case, this is a second-degree felony, violent offense, carries with it a presumption for a prison sentence, and I think in these circumstances that the defendant is unable to overcome that presumption. Looking at the seriousness of the offense itself, the fact there was a firearm involved in it. Additionally, the defendant has failed to be able to comply with the pretrial services in the case. I think that demonstrates that he is not a good candidate for community control. I know the court is considering him for perhaps release sometime in the future to address some of his other behavioral issues, but I think we should, given the seriousness of the offense, anything other than a prison sentence would demean the seriousness of this offense. State's recommendation is a minimum determinate sentence of 4 years to a maximum indeterminate sentence of 6 years.
Officer Williford, anything from probation?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Aldridge, a couple of housekeeping notes before we get started. We have the issue of the Reagan-Tokes sentence. Mr. Stanford, you're going to be receiving both a definite and an indefinite sentence. This is known as a Reagan-Tokes sentence. It's presumed that you're released at the minimum term, but you may, under certain circumstances, be kept by the adult parole authority up to the maximum penalty in the case. You have there at council table something called notification, indefinite term Reagan-Tokes, right?
Yes, we have gone over that, Your Honor.
All right, and Mr. Stanford, are you satisfied that you have been notified about the Reagan-Tokes sentence, or do you want me to read this to you?
Do you have any other questions about this?
No, I want you to say what I need to. Yes, in that way.
Okay. Nothing on the Reagan-Tokes, Your Honor.
All right, and secondarily, we have post-release control. This means that we have a mandatory period of post-release control of anywhere from 18 months to 3 years. That means the adult parole authority is going to supervise you after your release from prison. And if they're going to supervise you anywhere from, what did I just said it was 18 months to 3 years. If you violate the terms of that supervision, you can be returned to prison for up to 1/2 of my original sentence. Or if you violate by committing a new felony, then you can be returned to prison for up to 1 year, or the amount of time you have left on post-release control. It's automatically whichever of those is the longer period, and it's automatically consecutive to the sentence that you would receive for the new felony. I'm going to attach the notification indefinite term, Reagan-Tokes' Courts Exhibit 1, and the notification of post-release control. You have that also, Mr. Stanford,
Yes.
right?
Yes. One question on that, Your Honor.
Sure.
And I don't know if I've run across this before. If he is on probation here and is also on mandatory post-release control, is that supervised here at Warren County by the probation department?
The post-release control, Mr. Stanford, is if you complete an entire prison sentence for ODRC. So if you finish your prison sentence, then you'll be on post-release control.
Okay.
If I grant you judicial release, that means that I release you early from prison and you do probation here. As long as you complete your probation, then you are not subject to post-release control.
Okay, so that would avoid the parole situation. Okay, that answers the question.
All right,
Thank
I'm
you.
going to attach these two to the sentencing entry, and you can take those copies with you, Mr. Stanford. All right, Mr. Aldridge, on behalf of the defense.
Your Honor, a few things, Your Honor. First off, as is noted in the PSI, my client has a extremely minimal record, and as the state has acknowledged, he was not the principal offender in this offense. Not to downplay the seriousness of this incident, I think it is quite clear from the facts that Mr. Stanford was the driver of the situation, and his knowledge of what was to occur seems somewhat limited. That said, he has taken responsibility for his part of this, and we would argue that we believe he would be a good candidate for community parole. Community control. I know there's been some issues with pretrial services. I think that has been some misunderstandings, and I don't know if it rises to the level of him not being a good candidate for community control. I really do think at the end of the day that that would be the appropriate sentence here. He does have a letter he would like you to read, if I may present that.
Go ahead. Do you want me to read it, or are you going to read it?
He wanted me to hand it to you.
Okay. Mr. View, did you want to review the letter?
I don't think so, that's fine.
All right. Anything else, Mr. Aldridge?
Anything else you want to add to that?
Ma'am, who are you?
I'm his mother.
Okay.
I have a letter as well.
Okay.
Can I present it?
Okay. Do you want to read it to me, or do you want me to read it?
I can read it.
Okay. Step up to the podium here. Tell me your name and how you spell your first and your last name.
My name is Loretta Allen. I'm Jalen Stanford's mother. And the letter states, I am writing this letter regarding my son, Jalen Stanford. Jalen is a bright and intelligent young man and is very remorseful for the decision he has made regarding the situation he's in. Jalen was a straight A and B student in high school. After graduation, he attended college at Central State University. He graduated high school with honors and received numerous scholarships in football, baseball, and his academic achievement. Prior to this, he never had gotten in any trouble. He made a mistake and is very sorry. He attends church service on the usher. He attends church, serves on the usher board, and helped to assist the nursing board. He has played sports all the way up until high school. He went to college for sports medicine. He has been employed since high school, working various jobs until recently he had got laid off from his job and he was trying to find another job. He had got a job interview and he was about to begin his orientation right before he got arrested out here for a new job. Jalen has learned a valuable lesson from all of this, and he is very sorry. And it's just got my name on it.
All right, thank you. Mr. Stanford, you get the last word in this. Anything you want to tell me other than what's in your letter?
Yes, like when they say I violated probation, like I did not violate at all. Like it was 2 days before my court date. Then they just said I complied with everything they told me to do. Then 2 days they told me to come in, they was gonna check it. And then they drug test me passed. Then they locked me up like I didn't violate nothing. They told me to go on the walks because they said they couldn't find my location. I did it every single time. I don't know what I didn't comply to do.
So here's my understanding of what happened with regard, you said probation, but we're talking about pretrial supervision.
What's that?
I got a email from Officer Conroy on Sunday, April the 19th, where we had issues said started Thursday when Mr. Stanford went into tracker missed callback, whatever that means, but Officer Balin called you, told you that you needed to charge your monitor, and you told her that you were locked in your girlfriend's room and couldn't get out. There was a discussion about you not staying at your approved address, and then we had another issue that came up on Friday at 7 o'clock. Officer Hoffman tried to call you 3 times to tell you to charge your monitor and to go on a walk so they could get a better signal. Issue finally did clear up. Then we had another issue Saturday morning at 2:30 in the morning where you were not at your approved residence. Officer Hoffman again tried to call you 3 times, and on the 4th time he finally was able to get a hold of you. Then fast forward to Sunday at 4:40 in the morning. Again, we had the same problem, and Officer Holman this time tried to call you, I think, 11 times. You didn't answer your phone, and we tried to call you at 9:14 in the morning, and that was problematic. You reported that you were at your girlfriend's residence and that we were still having issues. Part of this was a signal issue. Part of this is you not complying with the charging standards. Part of this is you not being where you're supposed to be. So that's a sort of a summary of the pains that we had with you on supervision, in addition to you not paying on the monitor fee.
Can I talk?
Sure.
The times they called and I didn't answer, it was like late at night when I was asleep. That's why I didn't answer those ones. But when I did receive them, I called right back. And then the other two, when you had said like it wasn't charging, I was charging it. And then when they said they couldn't find my location, I think that was just a monitor glitching or something, because I was charging it. And throughout the 6 months I was on it, I had no problems. But then it just started having problems. And then Mr. Smalls, my probation officer, he knew I wasn't home some nights when I was at Xavier University. So it wasn't no problem there when I did it before. And then when he went on vacation, it's just a problem. So at that point, how can that be my fault when I wasn't notified when Mr. Smalls allowed me to be somewhere else?
So here's the bottom line in all of this, Mr. Stanford, that it's kind of hard for me to buy into well, I didn't really know what was going on, and trouble just kind of follows me, and there's always this misunderstanding, when all of these things keep adding up. And so, do you have more you want to say, Mr. Stanford?
No, I'm just confused. Like, everything I'm saying is valid. Like, I never did nothing wrong in this case right here. Like, I complied with y'all this whole time.
So, on one hand, Mr. Stanford, I have here that it says, I realized how foolish I was being, although only in driver at that night. That are you taking responsibility for this or not? Because if you're not, and you're saying, look, I didn't know anything was going on, and I was not at fault in this, that's not a plea of guilty. That means that you should go to trial, and I should hear evidence and determine what level of involvement that you had. And if you had no involvement, you just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, that's not a crime. But if you had involvement in this and the evidence comes out that you did, then this is even maybe more serious than it's been represented to me throughout this process. So I'm trying to figure out if you're taking responsibility for this and we want to go forward today, or this is big misunderstanding, wrong place, wrong time, blah, 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 all of this nonsense, in which case we should have a trial on this and settle those points. But that means that the stipulation that the state has, which you were not the primary offender, all of those things go out the window, as well as taking responsibility, being sorry. Those things don't mean anything to me. We'll try the case and we'll figure out whether or not you're at fault. Do you understand where I'm at with this, Mr. Stanford?
Yes.
You don't get to play both sides of this coin. You either take responsibility for what you did. This was a terrible situation. We have guns, drugs, and fake money. And the idea that people start pulling out their guns and start shooting at each other, even though, again, you were not one of those people, the fact that you're behind the wheel for all of this is a big problem for my community. And I got Mr. Hunter on one hand, who is the victim in this case, but also terrible. We have the juvenile who was dealt with in Butler County. Also, I understand your nephew, but probably the most at fault in this and not subject to my jurisdiction. I'm trying to figure out, Mr. Stanford, if you are a criminal, if it's already sort of been established that you don't always tell me the truth, and you don't always tell the law enforcement people the truth, because we've had different versions of this that have come through. What I'm trying to figure out is, do I give you the minimum sentence for this and try to get you out on supervision, or do we just impose a sentence and be done with you? And you're not really helping me reach a conclusion as to that, Mr. Stanford, because my plan, as I told your attorney, is to give you a prison sentence and then release you in 6 months on probation, because I think that serves everybody's interest. It protects the public, it punishes you, and it allows me to get you out. You should not have a prior criminal history, to get you out, to supervise you, to figure out whether you're done with all of this nonsense or not. We also have the problem in Kentucky that I don't really have any knowledge about, but they have a holder for you, which means at some point Kentucky is going to want you. Do we want to go forward today? Do you want to talk to Mr. Aldridge a little bit about this? What are we doing here, Mr. Stanford?
We go forward.
All right. Court is going to sentence you to 4 to 6 years in prison. It is presumed that you are released at that 4-year term, but again, under the Reagan-Tokes, the Department of Rehabilitation and Corrections may, under certain circumstances, keep you up to the 6-year term. You are also subject to the mandatory period of post-release control that I told you about a couple of minutes ago. My plan in this case, Mr. Stanford, has really not changed. I want to release you after 6 months into some sort of drug or alcohol rehabilitation center, because I think that would be a good, not only that, but also some behavior modification. So it's my plan to release you as long as you behave yourself while you're in the institution in 6 months' time. Mr. Aldridge, we might as well keep you on the case for the conference on judicial release, which is going to take place around Christmas time. So why don't you stay on the case? Go ahead and send us a periodic billing for the work that you've done up to now, but get a date in early December with Ms. Idle for a conference on judicial release. I'll go ahead and keep you representing Mr. Stanford on that point, because my hope is, Mr. Stanford, that you're going to behave yourself while you're in, and you're going to be out of prison by the end of the year on probation. I'm not going to impose a fine. I am going to impose the costs upon you. You do have the right to appeal this to the 12th District Court of Appeals in Middletown. If you don't have the funds to hire a lawyer to obtain a transcript or to pay the cost, they will all be provided to you at no charge. Is there anything else we need to do? Anything I forgot?
No.
I did say 43 days of jail time credit, right?
You did. On the judicial release, do you still need me to file a motion on that, or we just want it set for a hearing automatically?
We'll set it for a conference, but go ahead and file a motion.
Okay.
All right. Good luck to you, Mr. Stanford. Hopefully, I'll see you at the end of the year.